That might help. Right, hi you guys. Welcome back to Spirit Brothers UK. I know it's been a little while since we've done a talk show.
That's been a while.
It has. It's been last year I think.
Yeah, last one
Definitely was last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. I'm just gonna pop me out on because my fucking hair is an absolute shit tip.
Barn it.
I've got a booking for Tuesday, so
Yeah.
I'll get it booked in on Tuesday. It's already booked in for Tuesday. But yeah, guys, welcome back to latest talk show with us. Tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about everything paranormal as per usual. We're also going to be talking about our upcoming investigation next weekend. It's a big one next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah.
Been looking forward to it since Christmas, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we had one booked in. We was going to go to the old convent,
Yes.
and
Unfortunately, that went into administration.
yeah,
So we couldn't actually get in there when we planned to. So we decided to go to the Old Town Hall and Devizes
yeah,
next Saturday.
can't wait. It's gonna be
good.
It's gonna be a good one. I think we're there from 9 till 2. I think something like that.
Yes.
9 p.m. till 2 a.m. But hey, May, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you as always. Hey, Jason. Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Jay. Hi, the Den. Good to see you as well. Thank you for coming in, guys. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up.
7:30 on here.
That was it.
Yeah, 7:30. So
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
for 5.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
I'll message Julie.
Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely going there.
Yeah.
Because we've already booked the place. But I think we might have got our timings a little bit messed up on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, got the big old Spirit Brothers flag behind us now. The Spirit Brothers UK flag. That's courtesy of Jonathan over at Crossover Paranormal. So if you haven't already, go over and smash like and subscribe on his videos as well. He does some good content.
Yeah.
And yeah, very appreciative of him getting that for us. But yeah, guys, so next Saturday, the Old Town Hall in the Devizes. It was built in
Mid 16th century, about 1570, something like that.
a very old building.
Yeah, lots and lots of history gone through that place. They still report of a ghostly lady that likes to walk up and down the stairs. So we'll be doing locked off cameras on the stairs, etc. Hopefully catch something, and hopefully we can catch her.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully as well we can go live for you guys
That's what we're planning to do.
on location. Obviously, it depends on signal, etc.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right with signal, but we won't know until we get there.
Yeah, of course we won't know until we get there. I mean, if we've got access to like any basements or anything like that, we might not be able to have signal down there.
So apparently we're allowed to have the assembly room, the council chamber, cheese room, grand jury room, and the locked up event. No, yeah, so that's it. So there's a few rooms that we're allowed to go into.
Okay.
So, I mean, the council chamber sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, the council chamber. Obviously, a lot of famous people have walked through them walls.
Yes.
Over the years, and I'm not entirely sure what they used to do in this building. I don't know exactly what the purpose was, why it was built. Would that tell us on the other page?
Yeah, I'll just go back onto it.
Hello, boys. I love the colours on our flag. I sure do as well, Jim. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put up a little bit of information, guys, about this place, and it should tell us on like the wiki why it was built and stuff like that.
Oh no, sorry, it was built in 1808, but the town was built in 1575. Yeah, so the actual street that it's on was built in 1575,
Yeah.
but that building was built in 1808.
So the first building devisers was a medieval structure in the Newport area and district inside the Outer Bailey of Devizes Castle. So it was completed in the mid 15th century. So the town where we're going is from the 1500s.
Yes.
And obviously, you know, the amount of history and deaths and stuff like this and that would have occurred, especially back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well, like a lot
all
of
the diseases and
like witchcraft stuff and all this and all that. But so the old town hall, it was designed by a fella called Mr. Lawrence, according to this, and the style was completed in 1752 and was used as a market hall. So obviously back in the day, the market halls, it would have been very different to what we associate with markets now. You know, they would have had, you know, different types of meat and fish and stuff like that, probably brought up from down on the south coast. I would have thought that would have been the closest spot. I know that the Devizes is massive now for military. And obviously you've got Salisbury Cathedral, which is just down the road. You've got a lot of military bases up and around there, and actually there's a lot of Neolithic tombs up and around that area. If you've been with us for a while now, you would have seen that we've got
three different ones.
Three different locations that we've been to previously, which is all up and around this area. So there is a lot of history there. Hey, is it Xavier Star? Yo, thank you for coming in. Hey, KK, howdy, fellas.
Howdy.
Hello, Russia.
So it was then after the market hall, it was used as an arsenal for the Royal Military, Royal Wiltshire Military.
There you go. Yeah.
And it even says here, members of Parliament used to be in there as well.
Video. So for you guys that maybe don't know what an arsenal is, it's where the military would have stored their ammunition, from guns, grenades, flares, and like several different types of items from the army. So that's what an arsenal is. So it has had a lot of stuff going on there. Hi, is it Mindo Gaz? Mindo Gaz, I can't.
Mindorf Gaz.
Mindorf Gaz, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you.
Have you ever done Cold Christmas in Hertfordshire and Warren Epping Forest? What are you even going on about?
That's thanks for that, Jim. So we haven't been there,
but it is on the cards because Daz has spoke about it.
I've spoken
so
about it many times. Yeah,
he's looked into it so much, so he knows exactly what's going on there and what's happened there. And it is one of the locations that we have to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Nicer.
Yeah, but it's a bit nicer because I know obviously Cold Christmas Lane. It's off the beaten track, and obviously this time of year the floor's going to be extremely wet, extremely muddy.
Yeah.
And it's not so much for our shoes and stuff. Well, it kind of is a little bit getting in the car, but it's more of our equipment.
Yeah.
In this weather, when we find that we're out on location, like the Sensibles, the REM pods and stuff, they get a lot of condensation within the equipment, and we're not in a position where we can afford to replace equipment straight off the bat. Yes, the den.
To be honest, it's on the YouTube page.
So if you go into our description on the YouTube channel, our email's in there. Just drop us an email, and we'll sort something out for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jim, definitely it is definitely well worth it. The history on that place is phenomenal. I've heard stories that you can hear like the whole soldiers walking up and down the pathway there. I think they called it a bridle way. So you've got the soldiers, you can like hear and see soldiers. People have reported like a dark shadowy dog in the cemetery on the grounds there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually get access to the chapel itself. Whether they've boarded that all up now or not, I'm not sure. But I have
Is that
seen.
the one where the bird was locked in at the top?
No, that's different. That's a different place.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Sally in the Woods.
Sally in the Woods.
Yeah,
that's
Sally in the Woods. So that'll be another location that we can look forward to in the coming months when the weather gets
Yeah, at the minute we're just trying to do indoor places at the minute
better,
because
yeah.
our equipment gets damaged when we're outside in this weather. So
Yeah. But no, that's so. Are you up near that way? Then are you, Jim? Are you up in Hertfordshire? I know that Cold Christmas Lane is just supposed to be really epic, and just so far off the beaten track. So if anything happens, it's not like you can just run to the car and drive off. You know, you got to walk bloody half a mile.
yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, going back to this then. So
it was the building was actually financed from members of the Parliament, Joshua Smith and Thomas Escort. Back in the day, £6,400.
Jesus Christ, you can't even
So,
get a
I mean,
second-hand decent car for that now.
No.
Joshua Smith and Thomas Escort. We have to remember these names because you can just call them out.
Yeah. But the structure itself was designed by someone called Thomas Baldwin. So, of course, when we're there, we may come in contact with these guys. So,
yeah, that's. I was just reading there as well. It says that it was used as an old yarn. No. Yeah, it was built on the site of an old yarn hall. So obviously we've got to bear in mind. Yes, all right, this building's 500 years old, but there was another building on that site
before
this one. So we could even come into contact
with people
that was way back before this building was even there.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows anything about the paranormal, spirits don't like it when there's too much change, you know. So there could be spirits there from that building previous to this building.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got to be mindful of that. We can't just be solely thinking that anyone that we do come into contact, if we do, is from this time period.
Yeah.
We could be looking at way further back. But we'll have devices with us that might be able to throw out some indication of dates and
don't
names.
forget we get a lot of dates come through on our equipment, so we will write these dates down, and if any of these dates come through we will know kind of who it could be that's coming through to us.
Definitely. Do you know what, that's a fucking brilliant shout. I'm just going to grab a pen and write that name down and a couple of these dates.
Right, so Jim put you can. When I went, I could see the soldiers walking towards me. Oh my god! But no, it's boarding up now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grab a pen.
So you actually saw ghostly soldiers walking towards you. That's absolutely crazy. So it's making me want to go there now. Yeah, I'm in Welwyn Garden City, about 7 miles from there. Oh mate. You're lucky to live so close to somewhere like that. Unfortunately, we live down in Hampshire, so it's a bit of a trek for us.
It's a couple of hours drive, isn't it? At least.
Yeah, it's for us.
Right, so
but we will be going there.
So, names to look out for. So what I'll do is I'll keep this piece of paper and put it in my bag. So Joshua Smith. Let's put Josh Smith.
Thomas Escort. So they were the ones that funded the building.
Oh, okay. Thomas Escort. And
it was Thomas Baldwin who actually designed and built the place.
So that would be quite handy then. So if we get like the name Thomas come through, we could potentially be talking to either of them.
But then it was reopened in 1808.
1808.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a bit of information on stuff.
So that was that. I don't know if you want to go before that.
It was a yarn
hall, yeah.
So we can ask questions. You know, is there anyone here who was from the yarn factory?
Built in the street known as the yarn hall was completed in 1575, rebuilt in 1616, remodelled near. Oh, bugger. Remodelled in a neoclassical style in 1629.
So the yarn hall was completed in 1575.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good because it's always handy just to have a bit of information, and then it kind of gives us something to go off of as well.
Yeah.
I think we need to start doing this for like every location. That we can take names, dates, and stuff like that, and if any of it, match, then we can kind of put all the puzzle. We can kind of put the puzzle together, sort of thing.
Well, let's see what else it was used for.
But yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there as well. I don't know if everyone in the world celebrates it. I know we do here. I know that they do in America. But yeah, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. So after a significant population of growth, largely associated with the statues of the devisers as a market town, the area became, what's that say? Municipal borough.
Yeah. And then it was used as an air raid shelter in the Second World War.
Oh, so we could also...
Soldiers.
So, and I've got a lot of memorabilia now of war stuff, so maybe
So
I can take something with it and use it as a trigger object.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's cool. So I could put down that as well. So
basement was used as an air raid shelter.
Basement. Are we allowed in the basement? But I suppose it doesn't matter. The basement was a World War II air raid shelter. We're showing a picture of the town hall itself. So this is the building that we are going to be going to, guys.
I'll go up on. Yeah.
You could use the bag in my possession at the moment. Yeah, no, that's right, Jay. I will come and collect that off of you as well. Whether it be before next weekend, I'm not sure. I'll have to speak with Lindsay and find out what's what and stuff like that.
That's the building there.
Yeah.
So that's the building there, guys, that we're going to.
So it's a pretty large building, and as you can see, like there's a lot of historical. It's in a historical structure with obviously the church and the town. It looks like it's right in the centre of the town. Like you can drive all the way around it,
doesn't it?
But yeah, I'm so excited to actually one get back out there, but two go to a building which has got so much history.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a lot of paranormal stories about this building. And yet obviously, nothing's ever guaranteed in the paranormal. Sorry, I veered off. When you guys go in here, so we're going there, KK, on Saturday,
22nd.
the 22nd of February.
Next Saturday, basically.
We are planning to go fully live on location. I think what we'll probably try and do is do a bit of filming for ourselves to begin with initially. Go through the building and get some episodes done, and then hopefully go live towards the end of our time there. So hopefully we'll get a couple of hours.
Yeah, because
live.
we're there for about 5.5 hours. So if we could do our own stuff for YouTube for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll have a break and then we can go live.
Yeah, charge everything up.
Yeah, charge everything up.
And then go live for the last couple of hours. And that's kind of the way that we kind of like to do it as well. Like some locations, we go live straight off the bat. But a lot of locations, we do our filming first and then we go live because it takes time to build up the energy at certain places. What I don't want to do is go live straight away off the bat and then nothing happens for the whole 2, 3, 4 hours.
Because at least if we film for YouTube, we build up the energy, and then by the time we go live, it should be kicking off.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
So
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
that's the way we see it, because it does take quite a bit of time to get it all going.
Yeah, get the energy going in. Obviously, there is going to be other people on site. They're going to be doing their own thing. We've actually booked this location for a company, so the people that are hosting the night, they'll be off doing their own thing. But we've been with these guys before. They're a fantastic group of guys, and they've told us we can go off, do our own thing, and then when other people need to access whatever room, we'll go somewhere else, do our own filming. So we'll always be kind of on our own, which is nice. Obviously, yes, you've got to bear in mind that you could have some like voice contamination and stuff like this and that on EVPs, but for the most part, when we went to Fort Whitley with them, it worked out really well, didn't it? We was on our own.
And that place was huge.
It was like
Humongous.
massive. Yeah, absolutely.
At least you drove right past it the other day, and the burger van was there.
Oh,
And I was like, we got time for something to eat. He was like, no. I was like, damn it. Yeah.
well, I actually saw on Google the fort next door to it is free entry. So yeah.
A couple fighting after exchanging phones for Valentine's. Oh God.
Yeah, so the fort next door to it,
Yeah.
that's open to the public,
Oh, okay.
and it's free entry,
Oh,
and it's just miles and miles of tunnels. Very, very similar layout.
might be worth popping there then.
Might be worth popping there just as a
And
free.
we don't have to go there at night because you go down in the tunnels.
You'll
It's
be in
going
the
to be pitch
tunnels.
black.
It's gonna be it's gonna be dark anyway.
Sounds good.
So we might be able to get some filming out of there, and it's a free location for us.
Yeah.
Just I think it's
Just a bit of fuel.
bit of fuel, couple of quid parking,
That's it.
cheeky burger up on the hill.
Cheeky burger. When I mean this burger place, they're humongous.
They are fucking big, ridiculously big. But yeah, guys, so that's our location for next weekend. Like I said, it's been used as an air raid shelter. It's for the war. There's been members of parliament going there. There's been what was the lady that haunts the place? Did it say her name on the other site, on the Paranation site?
No, no, it just says a ghostly lady. It doesn't say the name. It's just that she tends to be on a stairwell. Yeah, on a stairwell. That's
Yeah.
it.
So it says reported haunting by a lady who has been seen often on the stairwell. Visitors and staff have complained of feeling uncomfortable in the lock-up area and an intense feeling of being watched. So, you never know. It says that we'll have access to certain rooms and stuff, but so, and oh yeah, that's not handy for me to know. Parking is nearby street parking. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, guys, so that's going to be our location for this week, next weekend. Sorry,
Charlene from Morocco.
really looking forward to it. Lowell says hi. Have you ever something that you can explain, like it still don't know if I saw or not half a face on my half open door, ash colour, no wrinkle on the face? I mean, so are you saying that you saw that you think that you saw a spirit? Is that what you mean from that question?
Also, there was a question just above that.
Cool cat.
You'll ever encounter spirits that only speak in a foreign language. Sometimes we have spirits come through talking
Gibberish, Latin.
gibberish. Yeah, we've had a lot of Latin come through, and when we Google some of the words in his Latin, it's not nice.
No, it's actually quite like demonic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very. So yes, but not very often.
Yeah.
That I'm going to say to that. And then Cool Cats put, hey there, I was chatting with one of yous in a live the other day. Hope you all is well. That probably would have been you because
Yeah,
I couldn't
probably.
make the last live
Yeah.
because you was at the Canadian Cemetery.
Yeah, so that place was pretty cool that night. Obviously the REM pod went off, which it didn't previously.
No.
So that was pretty good, and I kept hearing like I felt like I kept hearing like a female thing, and when we was I was obviously doing a bit to camera. It come through on the necrophonics, and it said "fuck off." Now I said, because I said at the time, I was like, I've never been to, I said that ain't right, and everyone commented at the same time saying it just told you to fuck off. It just told
We've never had that.
Yeah.
Like no one's ever told us to. They told us to go away or leave
yeah,
or
yeah,
get
leave
out,
and stuff.
but no one's ever told us to.
No, we've not been sworn at.
No.
But yeah, it said "f off," and I was like shocked. I was like, I started questioning myself. Did I really just hear that? Like, surely I'm getting me hearing kerfuffled.
Yeah.
But everyone else said that they could hear it clear as day on there, and they obviously it come through clear on the camera than what I can hear it. So that was pretty mad.
Hey Tim.
Hey Tim, thank you for coming in.
Hey
Appreciate you so
Charlene.
much. Yeah, hey Shah.
Yeah. Charlene's in Morocco. It's all right for some.
To bring me back a nice cigar.
Hope it snows.
Yeah, I did see on the news today about tornado ripping through.
Yeah,
Morocco.
I did as
Yeah,
well. I saw that as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I got told to F off, and
That's crazy.
I was kind of shocked because we've been there before, like a few times, and it's always been quite nice, quite pleasant. For you guys that don't know, it's a UK and Canadian memorial place. And obviously there was a big air disaster there that took place in the war. One of the planes didn't land correctly, and
Because what you don't realise is back in the war, the New Forest was used because it's like open. There's a lot of open spaces.
yeah,
A lot of
and it's close to the water.
yeah. They were used. The planes used to take off from there and go over to France and that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history in the whole of the New Forest.
Yeah, I mean we're
So
quite
much
lucky that
history.
we're only an hour away, and obviously down there we've got you've got Knowlton Church, which is effectively down there. That place always throws up something. You actually caught a face, didn't you, down there?
Yeah.
Before that, we've obviously back in the day there was a lot of witchcraft and stuff, especially in the town of Burley. That place is just like rife with paranormal activity to do with witchcraft and stuff like that. We went there and we just thought we'll go on a whim. Well, actually, initially we went to go to a church location, and we got there and there was cameras absolutely everywhere,
Yeah.
and it
we
kind
did
of
feel
just threw me off a
comfortable.
little bit, and I was
Yeah.
just felt a bit uncomfortable and stuff. So we thought, well, what do we do, because we don't want to waste our time. So we said, oh bugger it, we know that it's like a load to do with witches and stuff. We'll just film up in the woods. And we had green dancing lights. We had a big howl as we was packing up and leaving.
Wow,
We
it
got
was-
like a scream.
It's like a chilling like scream.
So honestly, it sounded like a woman was like being murdered, or like
It was
proper-
horrible.
Yeah,
It was horrible. I'm glad we were leaving at that point. Do you know what I mean? It was that bad.
but I think that's a place that we can always go back to in the future as well. Obviously, it's a free location for us. Again, it's just going to cost us a little bit of fuel, and just a little bit of travelling time to get there. But overall, them locations I like because
They're untouched.
exactly they're untouched, and because you're so deep into the forest, you're kind of just left to your own sort of devices, aren't you? Like,
Yeah.
you might get the odd car travelling past up a country lane or something, but
Yeah.
for the most part, you're just there on your own. The only thing that creeps me out is the horses. I swear, I'm more scared of the horses than I am the spirits.
So Cool Cat just said it was in another person's live. We were watching Sea Lion Ryan in his bakery. Anyways, wanted to tell you I subbed. Thank you very much, Cool Cat.
Thank you, Cool Cat. Appreciate
it. As I said I would. Can't wait to see some more spooky investigations from you. We got plenty coming up
Yeah.
this year, so Please stay subbed. You will see everything we've got coming up.
Yeah, 100%.
What's a bucket list item in terms of places you'll like to explore that may seem most difficult to accomplish? I think it's got to be in the States, innit? Because I can't ever see us going over to the States.
Yeah, I mean,
Not unless we get sponsored and told to go out there.
broke me pen. Just fucking broke me.
That bit.
Just broke me pen. Yeah, definitely over somewhere over in the States.
Do you know where I would like to go,
But
honestly?
Scotland,
Yeah, Scotland, but
definitely Scotland.
Alcatraz.
Over at San Francisco Bay.
Alcatraz, the old prison, famous for the three guys, the two brothers and their friends,
The Anglin brothers.
Anglin brothers,
Yeah,
who escaped and somehow got out in the water and never got caught again.
yeah.
But
God.
Alcatraz, for me,
Something Morris, his name was.
because it's just that place on the water.
Yeah.
It's just a prison. So for me, Alcatraz would be unbelievable to do.
Yeah.
Because so much history, so much killing, so much beatings. For me, I think it's a bucket list for me. But again, I don't think I'll ever be able to do it.
Yeah, and I think for me, one of the biggest locations that I would like to go to, which hopefully that we will get the chance to go and do it eventually. You know, it's a bit more doable than say San Francisco. Would to go over to Germany or Poland and go to some of the big proper POW camps.
Yeah, prisoner of war camps.
I'm a bit of a sucker for World War, and I would just love to be able to go over there and just trying to communicate with some soldiers. I watched like a lot of war documentaries, and I would just love to be able to go over there and just not only just to go over there and film, but just to go over there and just walk the steps that they walked.
Witness it, yeah.
You know, because like I said, if it wasn't for them guys, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be talking. And if we were here, we'd be speaking German. So I would love to go over there and go and do some of them POW camps. But one that's probably really unrealistic would be the Dole Island. I can't think of what country it's in. But there's like loads of doles, and like all the heads have been dropped off the doles, and they're all hung by these trees. There's like millions and millions of them. I would love to go there. Whether it's actually haunted or it's just a big story, I don't know. But I mean, how spooky would that be? Walking through the woods at night and all you got is just thousands of doll eyes looking at you.
No thanks.
Like, it's just creep you out anyway, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no thanks.
But yeah, Alcatraz. Cold. That's terrifying. But yeah, that would be our bucket list, I guess. And like, but I think before we start thinking about, you know, traveling here, there, and everywhere, there's a lot of locations left to do in the UK. And I would even like to go over to like Jersey, Guernsey. Like, it's a short flight, 45 minutes flight. I guess, you know, I know it's money and hotels and this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
So I understand it will turn into a £500 weekend, but
be worth it.
it would be worth it, you know, and you've got the
Spirit Brothers on tour.
yeah, we take our flag. But like, you've got like Hitler's war camp over there on Jersey.
I see that was on the TV program the
Yeah,
other week.
yeah. I would love to go over there and visit that, and even over to the Isle of Wight, which is another island just off of the south coast of England. There's a lot of history over there. My signal is awful here. Don't leave Arlo too long, babe.
Yeah, I ain't going back home till tomorrow.
Here we go, Cold Christmas Lane. Brad's at home, is he?
Yeah, Brad's at home. Lils is there.
Yeah.
Plus, I left at 7:30. You picked me up.
Yeah, about half 7,
So
10 to 8, half 7, 20 to 8, yeah.
plus, darling, Brad's was going downstairs to watch the football, so Lils would get him out. But anyway,
But yeah, so what's kind of like everyone who's here in the chat with us this evening? What would be like your big location that you would want to go and do, like a location that you think that you'd never get the chance to do it, but you would love to go there. And one of the ones that I missed out was Waverley Hills Sanatorium, I think, over in the US. I'm not sure what state it's in, but I would love to just be able to go over and visit that place. That would be epic.
Yes, she is KK. She's in Morocco.
Yeah, she's gone on holiday.
So sister's Hindu, and I'm looking after the dog.
I'd like to visit. Saddam Hussein's son's mansion. That would be pretty cool, to be fair. Yeah, I guess it was Saddam Hussein, not Saddle. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty awesome place to go and visit. Would be Saddam Hussein's. So I mean, what a character that guy was! Absolutely cuckoo. Like, really, really cuckoo. But I think that would be, but yeah, for me it'd be like Hitler and stuff. Going to see his houses. I think there was like the he had like this mansion house type thing built on the top of this mountain in Germany. It's all like made out of concrete, like bulletproof, and there was actually like a gold lift that took Hitler up to. I would love to be able to go there. I know he didn't die there, but obviously I know some soldiers were killed there.
But not only that, don't forget, we know a lot of spirits, when they're passed over, they go back to places that where they felt
Most comfortable,
happy, relaxed, happy, loved, and that could be his house.
Yeah, you never know. For me, it'd be Anfield when I die. I'll be off. I'll be watching Liverpool at this football stadium.
Imagine going there and Saddam comes through, like,
yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, all you hear on the fucking spirit dog is tick, 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 like a bomb ticking down. I can see you later. See you later.
Yeah. No KK. Not happy for Charlene.
Yeah. So we've got beautiful weather here. It's like 48 degrees today. Lovely. Yeah, so all the palm trees started growing outside the front. But yeah, so guys, this year, like I said, we've got the town hall next week, which really, really looking forward to it.
And don't forget, we're looking for a place for the sleepover.
At the pub.
Not just a pub, but like Oxford Castle and
Oxford Castle
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
there could be 2 potential sleepovers this year. We've never done a sleepover. That's one thing that we've never done.
No, we haven't, to be fair.
I would absolutely love to do one. We have spoken about it for several months now about doing a sleepover investigation. There is a few in the UK that we could do.
Don't forget, we've got the 2 pubs.
Yeah. So you've got the Ancient Ram Inn.
The Ancient Ram Inn, we could do a sleepover, and
the one that we just not long been to.
Brushmaker's Arms.
Yeah, the Brushmaker's Arms.
The pub that we did recently, if you go back a couple of months, brilliant location.
Yeah. Yeah, we did get invited to go back and do a sleepover investigation there. And I would absolutely love to, because that place kicked all night long. We had knocks, we had bangs, the bear wouldn't shut up. The K2s, the REM pods, every single piece of equipment we had was non-stop in that place. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going and doing that place. But yeah, Oxford Castle. I think you get access to the prison whilst you do that sleepover investigation as well.
Yeah.
So you kind of get two locations in one, if that makes sense. You've got the castle and the prison. And then you've got Shepton Mallet prison. They do sleepovers, and the Ancient Ram. So the Ancient Ram, the reason why I do want to go back there is we've done it not last year, we've done it the year before. And it's an awesome location. So much history. I think it's like over 1,000 years old. One of the first pubs in the UK.
Yeah, isn't it the oldest pub in
the UK?
In the UK.
Yeah. We were there six and a bit hours last time we were there, but we didn't capture much. No, don't know if that was our energy, whether because we had less equipment, and there was obviously other people on site. So I think it all kind of mixed together and maybe stuff like that. But now they're offering the chance that we can go there on our own. No hosts, no other public.
Just me
just
and
me
you.
and you.
Locked in.
Yeah, I think it's like 13 hours, 11 to 13 hours, something like that. I think it'll be a hell of a different night and a hell of a different experience.
100,000,000%.
And now obviously we've got a lot more equipment. We can have lots of cameras. There's beds there that we can try and get our nut down for an hour or so. So there is a lot of locations indoors that we're going to hopefully do this year. Obviously there's a long way to go in this year, and then obviously there's loads of locations that we can go and do just out Cold Christmas Lane, for example. Sally in the Woods is a must in the summer. Not now because the woods, it will just be so wet. I don't fancy walking through a wet woodland in the middle of the night when my torch dies, stepping in a big ass puddle.
No.
But yeah, that's a must to do in the summer. I think maybe Knowlton Church as well, somewhere down in the New Forest again. It's always good and handy. But there's a lot of places, a lot of places. I think we've still got them tunnels to do, not the ones up in London, but the ones down in Bristol, the old train track tunnel.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be as haunted as anything. There's a couple of murders that took place down there. That would be a definite good experience to go and check that place out. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can go off to Wales and do that mental asylum hospital place.
Yeah, from my family. Yeah,
that would be ideal later on in the year. Maybe we can figure something out after the summer and do that for a Christmas special or something. I don't know, but we'll figure all that out, in the future. But
there's a lot
to do this year. Go back to the Neolithic tombs. Maybe go and do the World War II bunker again. There's a lot out there, guys, that we can do, and I would like to be able to bring you content every single week from a new location, but work, money, the weather, it's just not possible.
No.
And obviously, yes, we've kind of slowed down a little bit. It's not because we're not interested. It's just because several factors. Christmas has just been and gone. So everyone's skint still. The weather has been horrendous. In the last 3 weeks, we've had bloody wind, sunshine, and snow.
And Baltic out there.
It's absolutely freezing at the moment out there. Really is so cold. And we went and done Upper Buckleberry a few weeks back, and the equipment got soaked within an hour. Or 2 hours, the equipment was wet through.
And like ourselves, we were just freezing. Our feet were frozen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So is there a difference between a spirit stuck haunting a place and a place a spirit pops into to visit but is able to leave?
Yeah. So the difference between the two is one is called a residual haunting. And what's the other one called? I can't remember what
Intelligent.
Intelligent, that's it. So a residual haunting it's like where it's kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say stuck there, because they could potentially be happy there. They just still don't know that they kind of passed, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like if you get like a CD and you replay the same song over and over and over again, and it's just stuck on a loop. So no matter what you say or what you do,
they're doing what they were doing when they were
alive. Yeah,
whatever that may be.
An intelligent haunting.
An intelligent haunting is where they're
interacting with us.
Visit. They know what they're doing.
They'll touch our equipment. They'll touch us.
Yes.
They'll answer questions, and a lot of that intelligent haunting comes through like on the Estes methods that we do. When Cole's off somewhere down there and I'm somewhere over there, and one of us has got the headphones on, and you're asking questions and you're answering that, and now that's the spirit coming through talking to you, and that is what I would class as an intelligent haunting. So let's say like an object moved, like this pen, for example, got thrown across the room or whatever. Obviously, people would relate that to being poltergeist activity. And I think poltergeist activity, people get the wrong idea that anything negative and poltergeist is just bad energy. But it's not. Maybe that's the way that they are just communicating.
Yeah.
We just dub it as poltergeist. That was poltergeist activity. It doesn't mean that they want to kill us. They're using their energy to manipulate an object that we've placed down, for example. So yeah, there is a massive difference between the two.
Right, should be an exciting year for you all, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's that? CP. Oh hell no, I'm sensing you've got gay spirits in your house.
Well, hopefully, you never know.
Cheers, mate, from USA. Do you plan to accept donations soon? PayPal, etc.
I mean,
to be honest, people can keep their money. Like,
yeah, we do this because
if you
we like doing
want
it.
to, then it's only going to go towards new equipment and locations. But
Yeah.
UK.
We're not in it to make a buck. We know we're not gonna, make millions of pounds and start driving around in Ferraris and buying houses. If we were ever lucky enough to be in a position to receive any type of money donated, it would go back into, like Carl just said, equipment and location, so we can keep bringing you stuff.
Yes.
Whether we make £1, $1, $10, or £1,000,000 makes no difference. We'll still do it. We'll still do it.
Yeah. UK is Somalia. I mean, amount of people that are coming in, yeah.
We got Birmingham.
It's been warmer than usual, weather been weird. Hey May, you have a Bentley that is cute. Also, do you feel like there is a difference or an increase in the scope or amount of energy experience these days versus past couple of years?
So I think it's more popular now, to the point where a lot of people will go out and fake the paranormal. And
social media.
It's blown up.
Don't forget, people will do stuff on TikTok. We're not on TikTok, by the way, but people will do stuff for views on TikTok. Now, I'm not saying it's fake. To me, a lot of it looks fake, but I can't say it is really. But people will do stuff for views. Now, know that Ghost Adventures, Ghost Brothers, many other stuff on TV is all done.
It's
fake.
all for publicity. It is all done for publicity and for them to make
It's
a
all
quick
done
buck.
for entertainment.
And that's why they have to legally put in their documents at the beginning of every program, it's for entertainment purposes only. Because if, say for example, one of the most famous ones actually was a company called Most Haunted. Back in the day, absolutely massive in the UK. I used to watch it religiously. But they got caught out. I think, was it Yvette and Carl? Carl was her husband.
Yeah.
So Carl was stood at the top of the stairs in what is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the UK, which is 30 East Drive, up in Pontefract. And he allegedly got pulled to one side. Now, when you slow and freeze the frames and change the lighting and stuff like this and that, you can clearly see that there was fishing wire attached to his leg, and one of the producers was pulling his leg. Now, on a standard camera like this, and what we use on locations, fishing wire does not show up in the light. It doesn't. The light doesn't bounce off it, so it's invisible to the naked eye. Now, when you start filtering, through and stuff like this and that, using different lights and stuff, you can clearly see it. They got chucked off TV for it.
Well, I think because people started realising that Most Haunted was kind of scripted.
And Derek Acora,
Well, Derek Acora got found
he
out.
got found out. Yeah,
He got found out,
yeah.
and I think that's what put a lot of people off watching it. It was a shame because I watched every single one pretty much.
Yeah, I did.
Same as
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and I still to this day watch a lot of paranormal shows on TV.
Yeah.
Different now to what I used to think 3 years ago. I'd sit there 3 years ago and I'd be like grabbing my wife, going, "Oh my god!" Like now I watch it and I'd be like, "Is it
Yeah.
not?"
Because we're out in the field doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We know. Well, that's not quite right.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's because they go by a big script. They get told what to say, when to say it, when to do this, when to do that, and it kind of does spoil it, and it kind of gives every paranormal investigator in the world a bad name. Like, we've had so many comments, negative comments saying, you know, what we do is fake and this, that, and the other. Fair enough. It's up to each individual. If they want to believe it, they want to believe it. If they don't, then they don't. Never going to force anyone. What I would say is go and put yourself out there and try and experience it for yourself, because honestly, like I kind of was, I'd say lucky, but I grew up having experiences when I was younger. So I kind of always had something in my head that this ain't right.
Yeah.
And now doing the paranormal, me and Carl, I don't know, we've done hundreds of locations.
We said it many times. You know, we're not spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds going to these locations, having food, spending hours and hours and hours there, just to fake something from camera when I could be at home doing it.
Especially when we don't even get paid for it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not even we get our expenses covered.
No, we're paying using our hard-earned cash to travel to these places for hours on end.
Yeah.
Just to pull something with a wire, like it's
Yeah.
if that's what people want to do, great. That's what they want to do, but I don't want to do that.
No, I don't. You know, I mean, the day that, you know, me and Carl, you know, would ever sit down and say nothing's happening, so we need to move something on here to keep the people interested, you might as well just give up.
Yeah,
Because you're not guaranteed it, and that's the difference. I would say, not just for us and all the other paranormal channels out there, but these big paranormal companies and all these ones that you see on all your TV screens in and around the world. Something happens every single time, like something drastic.
Guys, I just want to say, don't you find it funny that every single episode of these programs, something happens every single time? Now, I can tell you, I've been up and down the country before we were doing it, and I should do it years ago.
Yeah.
Been to locations and not one single thing happened. Not once. Like, we went to the Ancient Ram Inn. The first time we went, not a lot happened. We caught a face on camera. That's it.
Yeah.
But you watch that on a TV program, and so much happens. It's like,
Yeah, windows are being blown out, doors are being slammed.
you know,
This, that, and the other. Like we our first ever proper big location we went to was Shepton Mallet Prison. We spent 6 hours in that prison in the middle of the night, 9 o'clock at night till 3 o'clock in the morning, and all me and Cole saw for the whole 6 hours was one little flash of light. Wasn't it? And that's the only thing that we couldn't explain
at the same time as well.
Yeah, and nothing happened.
Glass chalkboard explode and shatter into tiny pieces. So, Mark up here, after Poltergeist is evil. This is the mascot we're reading as Ghost. So I challenge that notion. To be honest, Poltergeist activity for me is evil. That's what I believe.
And I believe that it's not always. That's just my personal belief, you know. And this is why me and Cole, I think, work well, because we're taking two different mindsets into the same investigation, and we get exactly the same result, but we're both looking at it from different angles.
Yeah.
And But you can always tell as well.
something had happened on location, and Dad would go, "Did you hear that?" And I go, "But the window's open." Or there may be a reason, and we have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. Obviously, we will always try and debunk it. Like, we was at the pub not so long ago, and there's a
Not
clip.
having a drink, actually, location.
There's a clip on our YouTube channel on one of our shorts. Now I'm sat there going like this, and I'm going, "What the fuck is that?" Because I kept seeing a light, and I kept seeing this light moving, and I'm thinking, "What the hell is that? What is reflecting that light?" And I said to Carl on camera, and it's in the short, and he goes, "I know, I'm staring at it," but after trying to figure it out, it was his watch glaring off of one of the photographs, bouncing the light back to the camera, and it was making a reflection. So we could debunk it.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to do. But going back to poltergeist activity, like I said earlier, some people believe that poltergeist activity is all evil and just wants to kill you, throw cups, plates, knives, this, that, and the other.
Something happened to me earlier, right? Charlene, don't listen to this, right? I'm sat in the living room, yeah? And in the corner of the living room, there's a bookshelf, yeah? I'm led on a sofa.
Oh shit! And the book just fell off.
The book fell off the shelf.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm sat on the sofa, and then that book just randomly fell on the floor. So,
Was it not the dog, cat?
dog's sat with me.
Okay.
Cat's upstairs. Brad's in the kitchen. That happened, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Brad's come in. "What's that?" I went, "Look at the book," and he was like, "What?" Yeah.
Dave's there.
Yeah.
Dave's like, "Where's Sargon?"
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sat at home, and the book just comes flying off the shelf.
Yeah.
So, but again, I can't say it definitely was. But
I mean, it could be paranormal, but again, it just shows that
that
ghosts.
book's been there for God knows how long, never
Yeah.
moved, and then it comes flying off the shelf.
But then it like I said, that kind of, proves my point a little bit in my own head anyway, is that could have been paranormal, and if it was, it didn't harm him. So poltergeists ain't always out to harm you. But we associate with objects moving that's poltergeist activity. But that could literally just be the way of them wanting to get your attention. But people perceive it as it's negative, and it's not.
Question of energy difference. I mean, more along like, do you find?
That was actually.
What?
Might have to explain that a little bit different. But May says, "Hello, Mark. I applaud you, honestly, gentlemen. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you."
That's because they have a deadline call. Yeah.
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 Liam Henson says, "I've had a glass."
Chop oil explodes and shatter into tiny pieces. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Liam, nothing fell on it. Nothing. I don't know. What? Just like, was you in the kitchen at the time, or was you sat?
Let's get rid of that twat.
What does it say?
Nonce. Let's get rid of that twat.
Yeah. Yeah, can you let us know a little bit more about that, Liam? Because that sounds very interesting.
Is that Liam that you know?
No.
No.
I was in Poland at the time, and a load of miners died nearby, seriously exploding. No evidence. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's absolutely crazy. We was just talking previously, about half an hour ago, about I'd like to visit, Poland, go and do the POW camps, and stuff like that. But again, things like that do generally happen across the world, and there's just no explaining it. Glasses shatter, and like we had stories from the landlord when we was down at the pub. And this happened in front. The bar was open. It was full of customers, and the what do they call it? Like the optics, like measurement cups for the wine.
No, for the shots. The little metal.
Yeah, the little metal things. That's what.
Yeah, the measurements. For
the
the
little
shots.
measurement things, and it flew from one side of the bar to the other side of the bar, in front of a packed out bar.
Yeah. So not only did the bar lady saw it, but the people visiting the pub who were sat at the bar drinking
punters. Yeah,
saw it as well.
yeah. And this is the thing, like, I'm more inclined to say that was like spirits doing it. One, because we've been to that location twice now, and it's kicked off both times. We've had some great communication. But not only that, if you have like a wet surface and you put a glass or something on it, the chances are over a period of time that it can make an object move. And if that was the case, it would have just slid off and probably rolled and just fell on the floor. But for it to take flight, that don't happen.
Physically, from behind the bar, up and over to the other side of the bar, that is pure poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
That whoever did that knows that they are
Exactly
doing
what
that.
they're doing. Yeah.
They're doing that for attention.
Yeah. And the bell that was attached, it's still there, but it doesn't work. There's no like ding inside it, is there? I don't know what they call it. But that part of the bell's missing. But the customers still hear the bell tinging away. Yeah, I can't wait to go back there.
I put a full can of soft drink that I had purchased from the supermarket and moved a good 5 centimeters across the bench. Plus, I think I see the shadow movements out of the corner of my eye. Wow.
But see, if someone was telling me that, Mark, that that the drink was moving on its own, that could have potentially have been, you know, like all the condensated water running down the side, and then things do move. But then when you've got the shadows in there as well, I would say more along the lines that that's paranormal. Because it kind of, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, we go out there and we try and put the pieces of the jigsaw together.
Yeah, we don't just go, that was a spirit.
Yeah.
We would always try and think of reasons, what it could be. Can drink was room temp. I had not put it in the fridge.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is, you know, spirits do have a tendency of moving objects. And like I said, it's not always negative. People have got to remember that it's not always negative.
Don't forget, some of these spirits, they want your attention.
Just go grab a drink and a bottle of water.
Yes, please. Do you know what I mean? They want your attention, and sometimes they will do that by moving something, you know, and they want you to know that they're there. Some of it doesn't mean that it's evil, but yeah. Mark, whereabouts are you from the UK? Are you, Mark?
£80 bottles, mate, for £5.
You can't go wrong, can you?
80 bottles, Costco.
Yeah.
Fucking banging, mate. Costco's this.
Is there one part of the United Kingdom more active than others?
Is there
I don't know.
Is there one part of the United Kingdom that's more active than others?
I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, okay.
G'day, mate. It's the only thing I know in Australian. G'day, mate.
Is there one part of the United Kingdom more active than the other? It's very hard for me to say. I can't say yes or no.
I mean, historically,
Scotland is meant to be,
yeah, like pretty damn haunted.
yeah, because they still got a lot of the old town underneath the new town.
Well, Edinburgh, everything that you see on top is mapped out below in tunnels. Yeah, so it's just vast.
Yeah, that's a difficult question, mate. I can't say yes or no to that.
I would agree with
Because-
Carl that it's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell.
can't.
There is obviously, as we all know, is in the UK, is that there was earlier settlements in and around certain parts of the UK. So like Wiltshire, that was like one of the earliest places. And what we've got to remember as well is the first humans to come to England, because you've got to remember back in the day, England was attached to France. And we broke off many years later in the Ice Age and all that sort of stuff. But So there was early settlements in the south of England. Whether that makes it extra more haunted or not, I don't think it does. But it is hard to say, isn't it? It really is hard to say.
Yeah,
And every location is different.
yeah, and don't forget, some locations you'll go. Because it's happened to us. We've gone there once, and it's kicked. We've gone there again, and not a lot's happened.
Yep.
So, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if there is.
Yep.
There might be a stat out there somewhere to say somewhere is more haunted than others. I don't know.
Yeah.
But me personally, I wouldn't.
Like we've got Sherwood Forest, I think it's called, up in Nottinghamshire. That's like supposed to be like one of the most haunted forests in the UK. Epping Forest, that's up there as well as being like one of the most haunted places in the UK. The New Forest is like one of the biggest for like witchcraft and stuff like that.
The Screaming Woods down in Essex.
Yeah, the Screaming Woods in Essex.
We got to do that as well.
Yeah, we have to do that. Yeah. So each kind of county holds its own like big reputation for being haunted. Whether anyone's more haunted than the other,
Yeah.
everyone's experience is going to be different when they go to these places.
Absolutely. Have you gents ever had any bad experiences with spirits? Yes.
Massive,
Absolutely.
multiple times.
So I just want to start off with that. We went to a place called George Jarvis School. So it starts off, we're completely alone, just me and you, and we're live. So this is all live, by the way.
We were live
Mark.
on the top floor.
Okay, this is live. It's on our YouTube channel. It was 2 years ago. Something like that.
If you go on our YouTube channel, pretty much scroll to the bottom, and it'll
George Jarvis School live.
be
Okay, so we're in one room at the top.
It's one of the old classrooms, isn't it?
Yeah, and Daz said to me, "Oh, I'm feeling something on my back."
Yeah, my back was getting a bit warm.
So I didn't think nothing of it, and then again he was like, "Oh, it feels like it's getting hotter." So all right, okay, and he got to a point, and he was like, "Wow, this is now burning," but this is about an hour later.
Honestly, it felt like I was
And
like had sun.
From past experiences and what I've seen on TV as well, when people feel like a burning sensation, it normally means something's touched you or scratched you. Now, this has been documented on our YouTube channel and Instagram. Now, I said to Daz, right, Daz, show me where you're feeling this burning sensation. And believe it or not, he lifted up his top and there were scratch marks.
And like I've got quite sensitive skin, and like if my wife catches me with her nails or something, I will mark, but they're generally gone within an hour or two.
I've actually got pictures on my phone, so just give me a minute and I'll show you, Mark.
These scratches on my back lasted for around about 2.5, 3 weeks, and the burning sensation lasted for a few days. That really did put the frighteners on me, because something has physically come into my space and like violated you, and like, if that makes sense.
I can't remember when we went there.
It would have been
Wasn't
2022, yeah, just after COVID. Yeah.
So bear with, I'm just trying to.
Was it 2022 or was it 2021?
Would have been 21. Oh, I don't know. Right. See, that's 2020.
I'm not sure. But yeah, so that really did like put the frighteners on me. And then later on in that evening, we were doing another piece to camera, and we had stones being thrown at us from all different directions. We're live on camera.
Yeah.
We absolutely shit it. Not gonna lie, it really was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy location. The French was so bad, you'll move land masses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's found it. Yeah.
So, Mark, I just want to show you. This is what was on Daz's back. I don't know if you can see that properly.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I can see it clearly.
That was what was on your back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was painful, man. And like I said, them scratches marks, they lasted weeks. They really did last week.
Right, sorry, I just wanted to show.
Mark also says, "You got me. I'm a new subscriber, and I'll be checking these out. Thank you so much, Mark.
Cheers, Mark. Appreciate
you
that, bud.
May says, "Thank you, Mark, for subscribing. This is an awesome channel. Thank you, May. Welcome to the family, Mark."
Yeah.
From Tim. Everyone's now saying hello to Mark.
I'm not sure I could have stayed there. That's a terrible experience. But at the end of the day, like, Daz was very professional. Well, he was, because a lot of people would have gone, "That's it, I'm done, I'm going."
Yeah, not true.
And to be fair, you were like, "No, let's keep going."
Yeah.
You know, if that was me being scratched, I might have said, "No, let's go." I don't know, because I haven't been physically scratched like that.
But that's the only time. I mean, I've been touched several times.
Yeah, being touched and
you know, we do a lot of Estes method stuff, and I think Carl Watts, like one of the spirits.
And again, this is on camera at.
We was live at Knowlton Church.
Knowlton Church.
Yeah, we were live there.
So this Estes method. So Daz will go and stand 5 meters away, 6 meters away, and he's got headphones on, listening to white noise.
Yeah, static.
And I will be away 5, 6 meters away with the camera, and I'll be asking these questions that you guys can hear, like, "Are you male or female?" And then wait for an answer from Daz, you know.
But sometimes, like Cole will say to me, "Are you male?" And all I'm hearing in my ear is apples. So I'll say the word apples. Makes no sense whatsoever. But sometimes it really does. Like, I've taken them headphones off before and been like, "Did we get anything?" And Cole's like, that was incredible." But yeah,
So
you
a lot
asked
of
the spirit,
times,
didn't you, to touch?
I would always sit there and say, "Can you touch Daz on the leg?" or something like that. And then Daz will be, "Someone's just touched me on my leg." So, you know, he can't hear what I'm saying. Only the people on camera can hear what I'm saying. So it's a good method to use. It really is, because it does work.
Yeah. And I had it again when you was asking questions and we was on camera. You had the camera pointing at me, and the phone.
Oh, come out your phone. That was at
flew at my hand. That was up at
the church near us.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now. Farley Wallop.
Farley Wallop, yeah.
Farley Wallop Church. Yeah, that place was.
And you can physically see, because your hand don't move, but your phone gets knocked out your hand.
Yeah, crazy.
So yeah, we've had some experiences.
Well, when was it the yew tree, and these two young children, they got hung in the yew tree, and Cole was like, "Listen, I've got to take a step back here, because my heart is, you know." So
we use a device to interact with spirits, that if they want to say something, they can. I'm not going to turn it on. And like Daz was saying, Daz was in this tree.
Where these two kids were hung.
He was asking questions and that. And I walked into the area, and I don't know, I just felt this heaviness on my heart. So I said, "Look, I've got to get out of this area, because my heart," and then through on that device come through saying "my heart." Weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
really
just so
weird.
on point.
Yeah.
But we always get. I wouldn't say, actually, that's a bit of a lie. We don't always get negative stuff come through to us.
No.
But when we do, we kind of try and embrace it. And we kind of like say to us, but it's probably the wrong thing to completely say, but we're always like, if you want to make us leave, then you've got to do something drastic to make us leave. Now, one of these days, something will. And whether that be the end of Spirit Brothers, whether it be the end of my boxer shorts, I have no idea. We'll wait and see what the future holds with that one. But
because we know there's going to be a time on location, something's going to happen. We're going to go, "This is it.
Yeah.
Let's just cut. Let's go home."
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've not 100% felt that yet, but
No.
I have come close in my mind to thinking
We have been to places where we're like, oh my God, this place is sketchy, man. But we've never been full because something's happened. We felt like we needed to go. Like the underground tunnels where the old hospital used to be. That was probably the scariest place I've ever been in my life. And I don't ever want to go back there.
See, I would like to go there and do a solo. I really would. I think it would be brilliant for our channel. I think it would be fucking awesome for the channel. I really, really do. I would brave it for an hour. I would brave it.
No.
I mean, what I would like to do is initially go there, let's say with you.
Yeah,
or
but you
somebody
go
else.
off.
Yeah, make sure that there's no fucker in there. And then I would go in on my own for an hour or two while you have a cup of tea in the car or something like that. Or whatever. But,
I'm not scared because of the spirits. I'm scared because of where it is.
no, these hospital tunnels, guys, like, you don't understand. Like, you'd have to watch a video, and even watching the video, it doesn't do it justice to how big and vast and dark and dingy these tunnels really are. I think, like they said, if you stretch out all the tunnels, it's like miles and miles and miles worth of tunnels. And there's bats down there.
What you guys don't realise is to enter these tunnels, we have to crawl through a hole in the mud
it is exactly
to get into these tunnels.
And this hole is like this big. Like, it's not like you're on your arse.
Like every
shimmering your
corner
way
we
through.
went round. Like, not gonna lie, guys, I know it sounds stupid, but I had a tool with me because I was that scared. Because we didn't know who was in there, what was in there.
But I literally, like, every corner you turn, you put the.
It was like one of
down.
those, like. you didn't want to look, but
And it's not just one single length tunnel. There's tunnels branching off.
Yeah.
You know, so there's loads of corners and twisty bits and corners and that, and like you're facing down the main corridor, and it's that long. Like, your light is barely bouncing off the back wall.
Yeah.
It's that dark.
Because don't forget, there was that hole in the wall at the end that went through to more tunnels, and we didn't go in there.
No, we didn't. No.
So Mark says, thank you for everyone for welcoming me to this awesome channel. I appreciate it big time. No problem, Mark. Everyone that we say it all the time, everyone that follows us and then always is in our chat is brilliant, fantastic.
Yeah. It's like a big family community here.
Welcome, Mark, and thank you for subbing, bud. What's a modern paranormal detection instrument that others embrace that you just consider garbage?
Well, I mean, for me, it's hard to say, but there is one piece of equipment that people tend to swear by, and they spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds or dollars, wherever you come from, on it. And it's a little pyramid, a little triangle pyramid, and all it's got on it is a red light one side and a green light on the other side. And it said that you can get probably not so much yes no answers, but whether you're standing on it from the left or the right. For me, I just wouldn't inherit in a piece of equipment like that. One, the price, and two, you don't get a lot for your money.
I mean, see, that's a difficult question because some people would say, yeah, that's a good piece of equipment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
but
fair
if you're
enough.
asking us personally, then you know,
I just personally wouldn't.
But each to their own, though.
Yeah, it's each to their. Of course, it is, and anybody who uses it gets great success out of it. If that's what they want for their channel or their investigations, then fair play to you.
For me, it's the price of the.
It is the
thing.
It is the price of it. Just to tell me whether a spirit is standing on my left or on my right for 500 quid, to me, it's not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. I don't care where that spirit's standing. What I care is if he don't want to come through and we can communicate and stuff like this and that. And I just think that there is more other ways of doing that. But that's just my personal opinion.
But again, there's so much equipment out there, and like anything in the world, since COVID, prices have just gone through the roof. So,
like, I don't think there is like any bad equipment out there. I think it's the price. It's personal preference, and it's the pricing that puts.
What it is, you'll pay 300, 400, 500 quid for something, use it, and not get much of it. So you'll be going, well, that's a quick crap piece of
Yeah.
equipment. But
Yeah. Whereas somebody else will spend £500 on it and get results on it every single week.
yeah, so that
You know.
yeah, so I don't think there's bad equipment out there. It's just some equipment gets used more than others.
Yeah. Like obviously all the go-to stuff is like K2s, REM pods,
Rem bears, Rem cars, Rem dolls.
yeah, stuff like that. And I think the other thing that doesn't put me off buying one, but it's just more of it might not be paranormal. That's these temperature sensors, because they do say the temperature drops when
And it does.
when there is a spirit, but also the temperature drops when there's not a spirit. So if we're investigating, say we're in a graveyard in a cemetery, and it's 10 o'clock at night, now that sensor's going to beep at 10 o'clock at night to say that the temperature is 8 degrees. But if we're there at 2 o'clock in the morning, the temperature's only going to be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 degrees. So that temperature gauge is going to be beeping, and a lot of people are going to say that that's paranormal. When in fact,
No, but
it's
I
not.
think what people say with those temperature things is you'll be there and it's 8 degrees, and then all of a sudden it'll go down to 2 degrees.
Yeah, then
Then you
maybe
can say,
fair enough.
But again, it's not. I don't want to use it.
No.
Equipment.
If I had one of them pieces of equipment and it went off, my initial thing ain't going to be, look, there's a ghost, because it could just be that there has been a cold spot or the temperature has dropped. But like Carl just said, if it drops drastically, let's say, for example, we're in this room right now and this room's haunted and it's like, 22 degrees in here, and we had one sat up on the table now and it went to 4 degrees, I'd be like, shit, that's a bit weird. But yeah. But my go-to bit of equipment is like our REM pod and our REM bear. Because one, you don't have to touch, you just have to get near it, and the other, you physically do have to touch.
Yeah.
And when they're both going off at the same time...
So the REM pod gives off electromagnetic field. And when something goes into that electromagnetic field, it will then beep and sound the alarm.
Yeah.
Whereas the REM bear, you have to physically touch it for it to go off. So...
Yeah.
And we love that equipment.
Yeah. I hope nothing bad happens.
To be reviewed. Gents, fingers crossed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sounds like you both go to extremes to get a good story on your channel. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not so much, the story. We just find these places fascinating, and, you kind of just got to chance your arm, really. And like I said, we said earlier, we're not in it to make any money. If it ever happens, then it happens. But we've been running this channel for 2 years now, and some of our videos get 10 views, some of our videos get 20 views, some of our videos get 18,000 views, whatever. And we do it because we enjoy doing it, and we'll still be here in 2 years' time, not made a penny, still bringing content.
Yeah.
And I think that's, a lot of people out there, they do it for money, which is fair enough. I'm not going to grumble with an extra couple of quid. Like we said earlier, it'll go back into the channel. But yeah, we've been to some, like you said, extreme places. Like we have been
Climbing through the hole to get in
climbing through
tunnels.
the holes to get in the tunnels, climbing through that little hole to get into that 16th century cell, and then the stone moved. So yeah, we have been and done some pretty gnarly stuff. Makes sense. I'm going to have to leave. Oh, we'll watch the rest later. No worries, May. Thank you for coming
Thanks,
in.
May.
Everyone's saying bye to May. We appreciate and love you guys, Daz and Carl. Thank you, Tim.
Cheers, Tim.
We appreciate each and every single one of you. Like I said, we say it all the time, and it's so true. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, but the channel would not be where it is now without you guys who come and take your time to support us, send us lovely messages, watch us on location.
Take your time out your day to watch us now.
Yeah.
So
we really do appreciate each and every one of you.
maybe I should have said experience, not story. That's what I'm
No, you're good.
We know what you mean.
You're good.
Do you ever bring dogs on your explores? Not sure you ever even have a pet, but I'm interested in reactions you've seen in animals to spirits. Now I know animals can sense when there's a
smell more than
spirit,
us.
but no, we don't ever use an animal.
No.
We won't ever use an animal.
No. I mean, Jason's hopefully going to come on a location with us one day, and he's a bit of an animal, so maybe classic. No, we don't. We don't use animals.
But yeah, no, we know that animals can sense spirits, etc. Because we've seen it on TV, as I'm sure like millions of other people have seen it.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I say, it's just me and Daz all the time.
Yeah. Right. Sometimes we will take like our partners with us, or like we've had like a friend with us before on location when we took like Reese to a location, and like we will continue to do that in the future as well. Is you know, if some of our friends or family or whatever want to, I know your mum wants to come with us at some point. I know Jason wants to come with us. Hopefully Jonathan's going to come over from America next year and come with us on a few locations.
So and of course, any of you guys.
Yeah, we're always.
And you guys have come down where we are, and we're going to go out filming. Come with us.
Yeah, if anyone's, we're
Not
always
an issue.
Happy and open to collaborate, and show you, you know, whether it be your first time or your 100th time, you know, always more than welcome to come and share the love and, you know, experience for yourselves what, you know, because you could come with us. For example, let's say KK come with us on a location tomorrow. She could feel something completely different to what we're feeling, even though we're all in the same room. So, you know, it's always happy to have new people with us and get their thoughts and feelings and perception of things, because, you know, it will all be different to what we're thinking and feeling. So, yeah. Love the game nights too. So hilarious.
Yeah, they're great nights. They're great nights. You guys aren't about the dollar bills. Not really bothered about it. And you guys, I've been subbed for a bit. Really enjoy how grounded and approachable you seemingly are. Come to Chicago, I'll show you around. I wish we could, mate, but you know, you never know what's going to happen in the future.
No, you never know. I keep paying that Super Six.
Have you exciting new location coming up in the near future? So, Mark, you probably wasn't in when we first started this. We have got a great location coming up next Saturday.
Brand new location as well.
Yeah, Old Town Hall in Devizes. It's about an hour.
About an hour and 20-minute drive from us. Yeah, hour and a half drive.
Yeah. So this is what we were saying earlier as well. Like we won't be paying for all this fuel and just to go out and fake something. Do you know what I mean? So we're going somewhere that's about an hour and a half drive away from us to a place called the Old Town Hall.
Yeah, it was built in like the 1800s. It's been reported that there's been loads of paranormal activity there over the years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
So keep an eye on our YouTube channel, because we will be releasing times when we're going to be there, getting there, what time we're going to be finishing. So keep an eye on that. In the next few days, we'll release more information about what we're doing, what times, what time we're finishing. So yeah, we've got an exciting one coming up next Saturday, the 22nd, Mark. Hopefully we'll see you there. We're going to be filming for ourselves first for the channel, and then we'll be going live for a couple of hours to hopefully see all you lovely people there with us and experience what we experienced at the time.
Yeah, 100%.
So that is our latest location coming up.
And then after that, you know, obviously we have to see what the weather does and stuff like that. But if the weather, it's only going to start getting slowly better as we go on into the spring and summer.
For these guys that are not in the UK, I would love to take you guys back to a Neolithic tomb. Now these burial tombs are 5,000 years old. And we've had some amazing stuff at these Neolithic tombs. And
you wouldn't think it like off the bat. Like you like potentially say, "Oh yeah, this place is haunted," because loads of people have said, but the activity that we've had.
Yeah, so we've had all kinds of stuff happen at these tombs, and they're absolutely fantastic. But again, it's more when the weather is better, because we have to walk a mile up
uphill like that.
up hills and stuff,
I'm
and
trying to get up the top.
we can't do it when it's raining because we'd be soaked and caked in mud, and so that's all more for the summer months. But we would love to take you guys there and do a live investigation because so much stuff happens at these places.
Well, it's like the one when we went to Bellis Nap. Bellis Nap, where we had all the shadows. You know, and people were commenting saying, "Oh, this is fake. This is fake." I'm like, mate, we've just drove 2.5 hours to get here.
Yeah.
Walked up a fucking mountain in a pitch, and I'm telling you, that was a long ass fucking walk as well, wasn't it? Uphill like that.
Uphill, then over a fence, then through the woods bit, and then come out to it.
It's about an hour's walk from the car.
It was missions.
And I'm like, you're having a bubble, mate.
So Mark, check that one out. It's called Shadows of Bellis Nap.
You'll hear me scream.
Hence the name Shadows. Yeah. That's a Neolithic tomb. It's about 2 hours away from us. Great video. Give it a watch and see what you think. And you will hear Daz scream like a little girl.
Yeah.
It is quite comical, but at the same time, put yourself in his shoes. You know.
I know, I shit it. Not gonna lie, I shit it. But then, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just
happen.
a natural reaction
It's going to happen.
to something.
We're only human.
You know, I'm just glad it was a ghost and not actually someone, because I think I would have thrown a camera at them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, like, you know, we've got some great locations coming up this year. Some locations are going to be locations that we've already been to. Some locations are going to be brand new locations. A lot of the newer stuff is going to be getting closer, maybe in towards the summer, when the ground's a little bit harder and drier and stuff like that. And you got to remember as well, is a lot of these locations that we're going to be going to this year, they're a few hours drive from us, and then we've got to walk from the car to the actual location itself. And like I said, trekking through the woods in this current weather is not ideal. It's perfect if you're a duck, but I ain't no duck, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, in the summer months we'll be, you know, hopefully doing Sally in the Woods,
Christmas Lane.
yeah, Cold Christmas Lane, stuff like that. But between now and then, if you know, when Cole's got a bit of free time and I've got a bit of free time, and like I'm sure you can all appreciate, you know, we've got kids, stuff like that. It you know, it's not always easy. We can't always just phone each other and go, "Are you free?" "Yeah, I'm free. Right, let's go." You know, we have to plan ahead because we've got family. But
And even sometimes when we do try and plan, life happens.
yeah, it still
Something
don't
will
work out
happen.
like it. Yeah, no, that's right.
You know, the car will break down, or
We've had that.
you know, work will get in the way or something. So yeah, it is hard, but we do try and plan
Yeah,
and stick to the plan. But again, sometimes life gets in the way.
yeah,
and,
no, that's it.
you know,
Yeah.
got to do what we got to do.
But yeah, guys, once we've got this location out of the way on Saturday, after that, me and Carl will come together and we'll kind of draw up a little plan of when we both might be a bit free, and try and bring in the next location as soon as possible.
But remember, guys, once we've done this Saturday, probably the following weekend, we'll do another live show to talk about what happened at this location.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and then we've also got loads of shorts being pumped out as well in between. So keep you guys entertained. You know, we've said it so many times, and I know we keep repeating ourselves, but we are very appreciative of each and every single one of you, and to our moderators who always keep the chat clean and healthy. They're always there to support us, and we have been very fortunate where we've built up like a lot of regulars now who come in every single time we're live, comment on every single short, etc., all the posts we put up, and it's like a little paranormal family. And it's been fantastic. Like
it's nice to see.
when we first started this channel just over 2 years ago, I never imagined that we would have, or being close to getting 1,500 subscribers. And I know that there's channels out there with millions and millions of subscribers. Fair play to them. Like, that's not us. You know, we just do what we do. So to have, you know, our friends and our family and you lovely, loyal people, it's been an absolute blessing. And long may it continue. seriously, long may it continue, because
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah,
So they said, I've been subbed for a bit, really. Sorry, I've been subbed for a bit. Really enjoy our grounded, approachable. You'll see in the R. Come to Chicago, I will show you around. We'd love to. Have you exciting location coming? Just said that. Waiting down from Milwaukee. Yeah. Right.
but yeah, but we're gonna leave it on that, I think, for tonight. What's it? UK time. It's getting late. Got
Yeah,
kids that we need to put to bed and
Yeah, it's like 9:45.
stuff like that. But guys, if you can go and check out Crossover Paranormal, please. Absolutely fantastic channel. They got us this Spirit Brothers UK flag that we can now hang behind us for our talk shows, etc. Really, really, really nice people. Do awesome investigations over there in America.
Yeah, great content. Check them out. Check them out.
But yeah, appreciate you, Jonathan, for sending us this flag. I know you're working at the moment, but really do appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I think, that's been it for me and Cole for tonight. I think we've been on here just over an hour and a half.
But yeah, like I said, we wanted to come on tonight just to talk about our next location coming up. Hopefully see most of you all there next week. Yeah,
that's it. I think that's pretty
much
much
it,
covered it. But yeah, thank you guys ever so much for coming in and taking your time out of your day to come and hang out with us and stuff. We really do appreciate it. And we will hopefully, if Signal allow us to, we will see you on Saturday.
live.
If worst case scenario that we can't go live, there will be episodes coming out, so please look out for them in the future. Share it, like it, all the usual stuff. And yeah, guys, but fingers crossed, we will see you fully live on Saturday, and as next Saturday, the 22nd. And as Carl said, one day next week we will figure out timings, except you can get hold of Julia and we can sort out all that, because I was under the assumption it was 9 till thingy, but if it is 7:30, that's perfect, because we can have dinner before we leave.
Exactly.
Stuff like that, so that'll be ideal. But we will see you next Saturday, guys. And stay safe, stay warm wherever you are. It's bloody Baltic at the moment in the UK.
It is.
Don't know what it's like everywhere else, but
No.
it's bloody cold here. But yeah, appreciate you guys. So we will see you on the 22nd. So stay safe.
Stay on the hunt.
Stay on the hunt, guys. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye, everyone.